To the video.
Thank you. Gentlemen, that there was a beating of Mr. Green and that there was a cover-up doesn't take a great leap by anyone, including by me, who is a staunch supporter of law enforcement. But I don't believe it's my role to establish that evidence, and I trust that the U.S. Attorney's Office and the DA will do their job in that regard. What I'm interested in knowing is who at the top knew what and when. Lieutenant Colonel Chavez, at any time did you have any conversations with anyone with the governor's staff or the governor regarding the Ronald Green incident? If so, when?
No, ma'am, I have not had any conversations with anyone with the governor's staff.
Who did you tell about the incident?
When?
Well, that's my question. At any time.
The only time that I had official knowledge to respond was while I was in public affairs, getting requests from media.
And I'm going to talk to you about the word you just used, official. And I'm going to talk to you about the words you have in your memo. And I'm going to see if I can get to the bottom of this. And I'll tell you why. You state that I was never briefed, nor did I receive any information directly related to the Ronald Green case from LSP Senior Command. And you just used the word official. I'm not asking you officially, and I'm not asking you from LSP Senior Command. We all know there is talk amongst the officers or troopers, lieutenant colonels, etc., captains, sergeants within LSP. So my question to you then is unofficially, not in your role as commander of IA, did you have information early on about the beating of Ronald Green?
The only information that I would have received, ma'am, is what has been seen through media, through troopers and family members and people calling and talking about it.
Lieutenant Colonel, you know Mr. Calvin Braxton, do you not?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was the former LSP commissioner, correct?
Yes.
And you know that you're sworn to tell the truth today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you not have conversations with Calvin Braxton in late 2019 or early 2020 regarding the beating death of Ronald Green, with the intent, specific intent for Mr. Braxton to relay that information to the governor's administration and or the governor?
Not to my knowledge, ma'am.
Well, that's something you would remember, correct?
Absolutely. I know Mr. Braxton.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's your testimony that you never told Mr. Braxton that information.
I never told Mr. Braxton in reference to what you're speaking about, ma'am, anything about talking to the governor's office about Ronald Green case.
Okay, and I want to be very careful. So let's take away the intent of telling the governor and or the governor's staff. Did you have a conversation with Calvin Braxton in late 2019, early 2020 regarding the Ronald Green incident and any information you had regarding the Ronald Green incident?
Ma'am, not that I can recall.
Gentlemen, I wish I could say that your statements move me. Everybody knows by looking at me, they don't, because you had a lot of opportunities before now to make those statements. I yield.